and we're talking about sports and other things. It's our very first podcast.
Okay.
And you're Alex Monaco. Help me out with a cold open. I know you can do this.
Yeah, I can. I'm thinking about it.
Well, yeah, I know. You were on the Vegas stage, weren't you?
Vegas Wayno.
Vegas Wayno.
Double G.
Double G and John Manning.
And the fourth Manning, that is the most important Manning. Give you not just sports. They're talking other things. They're talking life. They're talking grown men experiences. They're talking about the importance of how to energetically carry yourselves among this planet. It's a post-pandemic world. What the heck's going on? You need to know with Vegas, with Double G, and with Manning. The one and only Sports and Other Things podcast. Rate, subscribe, review, and come hang with the boys every week. It's the only podcast you need to know.
Every other thing. We're talking sports, and every other thing. We're talking sports, every other thing. We're talking sports, every other thing. We're talking sports, and every other thing.
The voice of an angel, Sean.
Yes, that's awful again.
We're talking sports and every other thing.
Every other thing. Welcome.
That's the real voice that you're hearing right there, John.
That's right. Lead singer, awful. Gene Golda. I don't know, Gene. You have is there like an alias you go by when you the front man of awful?
Well, it's funny. My new alias has just been developed over the last.
Do you have a name? Do you have a name? Is what I'm saying to you.
Gino.
That's just Gino.
Gino.
It's just Gino.
The name is Gene. You know what? Eugene Golda. John Manning. Yeah. Welcome to the podcast. People talking sports and every other thing. What an unusual name! And how did we get there, John?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I saw a video of a pitch to some execs for a show.
That's right.
And that was the song that Awful pitched to them. That was the actual song. They actually had the balls to go into a boardroom and pitch that song.
Well, let's just get right down to the bottom line, folks. I do want to tease something before we get into that story, and it's an incredible story. 29 years working at Madison Square Garden Networks, baby.
Let's go.
On air, intern, production assistant, behind the scenes, producer, associate director, stage manager, whatever they need. A Double G does. You understand what I'm saying to you? But John.
Yeah.
We were supposed to have a third here.
I know.
My mentor.
I know.
Vegas Wayne Avery.
Let's pull him up. We got to pull him up because he's lost.
Vegas Wayno
so we're gonna
will be here with us, but you have to understand, this is our very first podcast. We had some technical difficulties already, John.
He looks like a lost puppy in this one, so we'll put him in this
Vegas Wayno. This is actually there he is out in Vegas. That's actually taken out in Vegas when I was out there a few years back with him.
Yeah, he couldn't figure out the mic. I don't know. I don't know. He couldn't.
And you know what? We wanted him so bad. Listen, he is the third
appendage.
Yes,
the third appendage.
The tripod needs a third leg.
He's the glue.
And that's Vegas Wayno. He's not with us because of some audio problems. Hey, but let's get thumbs up, though, from Vegas Wayno. Thumbs up.
Let's go, Wayno. Thumbs up.
Hey, you're with us here. Oh, that's me and Wayno out in Vegas celebrating my 50th. Eating a little breakfast, and our honey bunny actually served us that day. She called me Honey Bunny.
Wow, she called you Honey Bunny?
She called me, not Wayno, Honey Bunny.
Wow.
I get a spec
Was Wayno jealous?
Back here. Look at this beautiful set.
Back here, yeah.
Come on, look at this.
So we got to...
check it out. Come on.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. I forgot.
We have to check
I want to leave Wayno there.
No. Listen, we all like to look at Vegas Wayno here.
I miss him so much.
Let's check out our set here that you built. Incredible job by John Manning. Little history on John Manning. Everybody wants to know, who is my partner in crime?
Right.
John Manning, an orphan. Are you an orphan?
An orphan?
Or a foster? Oh, is that the same thing? Annie? You're like Annie. Are you going to cry about this?
I'm adopted, Gino. Yes.
You're adopted?
My entire family is adopted. Yes.
Your entire family?
The entire family.
So you were an orphan?
Yes. No, I was not an orphan.
Like Annie?
I was never in an orphanage.
How did it all happen?
No.
Were you in a foster
I don't know.
family?
I was 2. So I mean,
Did you go through the foster system?
whose interview is this? This is my interview.
Oh, that's right.
I was your interview.
No, that's right.
We can save this for my interview.
Yes, that's right. So what's happening here tonight is, for the first time ever, this is an ultra exclusive interview. This is going to get maybe simulcast across the world.
Yeah,
definitely across the United States. People are talking about this all over New York City, Penn Station. Those in Penn Station who could actually speak a sentence.
Right. Those, the guys that are down in Penn Station pushing people in front of trains, they're talking about this right now.
I'm suffering PTSD. Let's not talk about that. What we are talking about, going into New York City for 30 years, folks, it's like, honestly, name it.
It's an episode of The Walking Dead.
Oh, my God.
Is what it is.
Listen, let's just get to what we're here for, the most exclusive interview. I've compared this interview to the only person that would sort of be as esteemed as the person you're about to interview, the most exclusive interview ever in the world, would be if Elvis were alive and you had Elvis in the chair today. That's how big this interview is.
Wow. That's how big your head is. Really, that's what that is.
Well, we know it's large.
You know?
I'm Polish.
Yeah.
You ever see this? This head is enormous.
Oh boy! All right, this is going to be an interesting one today.
We all know
this is going to be an interesting one.
All right, so honestly, this is what it is: the first no holds barred interview with MSG Network's own Double G. I'm an 8-time Emmy. Did I say that? An 8-time?
You keep saying that, Gene.
What do you mean keep saying that? That's the first time I said it.
You keep saying it.
Notice how I didn't bring
any of the... How many times I heard it?
Do you notice how I didn't bring any of the Emmys here? Because when I know what I think about an Emmy, it's a piece of 3D plastic to me. It's a nothing. It's a nothing burger to me.
What do we?
It's the passion that's put into the work.
Yeah. Well, listen.
That matters. Everyone knows.
Let me take a look. Let me take a look in the back here. See if there's anything. Is there anything we noticed in the back here?
Wait a minute, John. I'm
getting like crazy messages.
There's an upside down pineapple sitting right there. Is that in jest? Is that an insult to me? Because I like pineapples.
How's that an insult to you? I don't even understand.
I like to wear.
I know you like pineapples. I put it in the background.
But you put it upside down.
We had one.
But why wouldn't you put it right side up? Is that an insinuation?
It's a cryptic message.
All right, let's get right to it. Maybe you're going to get there. I don't know.
Let's get to it. All right, so
first candid interview with MSG's Double G. I will answer any question truthfully because anyone who knows me, for as long as they know me, I am one of the very few people out there who cannot tell a lie because I suffer from incredible ADD, which I just learned about, John.
Right.
Which allows my mind to move at a rapid pace, very close to John Nash in the movie A Beautiful Mind, except I don't go to Princeton.
Well, anybody who works with Gene, he has to be laughing about the fact that he says he just learned that he had ADD.
Let's not go there yet. Got a long way to go. Why is Jamie calling me?
I don't know.
I'm in the middle of a podcast, and she's calling me. I'm in your basement, John.
There's got to be something happening.
If I'm not safe in your basement,
there's got to be something happening. I don't know. Maybe she can't
if I'm not safe in your basement,
maybe she can't see us. I don't know. Maybe there's some technical glitch happening. I don't know, Gene.
Jamie, we're doing a podcast. I'm sorry you can't watch the podcast. Jamie is my wife, lovely Jamie, and you're hockey wife.
That's my hockey wife.
My wife.
Don't talk to my hockey wife like that.
First of all,
you'll never talk to my hockey wife.
Can we get to the interview?
Never. All right. So here we go. Wait, before we start, I just want to mention that we're going to be on YouTube very, very soon. Our handle is @sports and every other thing. No spaces at all. It's down at the bottom here, scrolling for a little bit, and so if you want to like, subscribe, follow us, all that good stuff. We need it. I'm trying to build an audience here, and we're going to start our Q&A with Double G right now.
Herbal tea. So herbal tea to start. Give it to me here at the Manning household.
Here's a first.
Roasted dandelion root. Roasted dandelion root. Thank you, John. By the way, someone in this house already partook in roasted dandelion root.
What?
Was it you?
What?
Did you have some of this? It's delicious.
Roasted dandelion root?
Yeah.
No.
Delicious. All right, let's get to it.
No.
Everybody's been waiting.
All right, so
yes?
Yeah, so here we go. I got my phone. I got it in my notepad, because this is,
You know what, John?
It's the modern era.
I want to say this. John builds elevators for a living.
This is modern.
Right in New York City, near Madison Square Garden.
That's right.
Actually parks in the same parking garage as us. Knew that structure was about to collapse in on itself.
That's right.
Correct?
That is correct. And I called you and I saved your life.
You did. He actually
thank
called me.
Saved his life.
While I was at MSG. I took the phone call. He goes,
hands down.
Please don't park there. The structure is unsafe. I love you as a dear friend, like my brother. I couldn't live life without you.
That's exactly what I said. Word for word. Verbatim. I said exactly that.
I could never be without you.
I didn't say that.
That's what John said to me. And he goes, get out of that parking lot.
That's what Gene heard.
And most of the people at Madison Square Garden who parked there at that parking lot with guys that work there, by the way. Magnifique.
So we got, all right. So, basically we got, Emmy, Mr. Emmy, giant
8
Polish
times.
head. And we got an elevator guy.
8.
I'm the elevator guy. All right. So here we go.
Let's do it.
So this one came in from Alex Monaco.
Alex Monaco, wow, my
Alex
good buddy
Monaco
Alex
one,
Monaco. Do you have any video, anything of that?
No, but I asked him. He said
I sent you video.
Well, he said I could. Yeah, but I could. You sent me video that looked like I couldn't even see it. What do you want me to do? You want me to play that on there? People won't be able to see. Nobody wants to watch
We'll do it in
that.
post. John, we'll do this what we call.
We'll do it. Yes, we'll do it. Yes,
we'll do it in post.
Call in the biz.
Alex Monaco, wait. Did I talk about Alex Monaco?
No, because I got a question. You stopped talking about him.
No, he works with me
at Madison
Square Garden.
All right, I talked to him.
He is one of the most talented guys I've ever worked with. He hosts our betting show.
Yeah.
The Better Half Hour. I call him a sort of a mini me.
Yeah.
I look in the mirror. I almost see him, but he's not as pretty.
He's like your love child.
All right.
Your illegitimate love
Alex
child.
Monaco. Very dear friend of mine.
Double G's illegitimate love child. All right, here we go. You ready?
Let's go, Alex.
All right, it says Gene always talks about coincidences, i.e., they talked about so-and-so, next day they call him. And Gene, please elaborate from an energy standpoint how his life unfolds that way and that how others can join in on that kind of coincidence, energetic, lead living if they so choose.
Well, listen, first of all, Alex Monaco, like myself, subscribes in meditation.
Okay. Do you meditate, Gene?
Yes,
do you
I
meditate,
do.
Gene?
I'm a hippie.
What color is your aura, Gene?
Well, that's what he's trying to get.
What color is your aura?
He wants
Gene?
to know how.
You want to know what color my aura is, Gene?
I know what I could read every one of your.
What color is my aura?
Well, first of all, it's chakras. But can we get to Alex Monaco's question? I'm the one with ADD, not you.
You know what color my aura is?
I'll go through you.
I just asked you a question.
Your interview.
This is your interview. I just asked you a question.
No. Alex Monaco. This is what I've done, and my wife will subscribe to what I'm saying because February of last year, I just felt that it was time for a life change. I was approaching 50.
Right.
The family history isn't so good in the Golda family, right? Pops had a bad heart. He had a bad liver. Mom, God bless the strongest woman I know has survived, 3 heart attacks, COVID, where she couldn't breathe. For
Gene's mom. Gene's mom is the leader of the angels.
Yes,
not the Hell's Angels, the angels.
Archangel, Saint Michael. She's a true believer.
She got the whole crew of angels. There's no doubt. And
anyone who is listening to this who have been reached by her angels, and I think you,
the angels,
incredible, right. So
got them on speed dial.
Yeah. So back in February, I just needed a change. Met my spiritual guru, Lisa. You don't even know about Lisa.
I don't know anything about Lisa. You didn't tell me anything about this. You saved this for the podcast.
I did, yes. And I was supposed to see Lisa yesterday. I need a cleansing, so to speak, or my chakras are blocked.
Colon cleansing?
No. This is what I got to deal with when I go to hockey games, everybody. I'm trying to heal myself.
Mr. Dandelion T.
I'm trying to heal myself. Right, and John Manning's not buying any. Just call me.
He's going to get a colon cleanse. Go.
All right.
So she's going to call. She's going to
So she. Right. Since I went to her, where she
what did she do, Gene?
She worked through my organs and you shut up.
What?
All right. So let me fast forward to Monaco's question.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead. We answered the question. Damn.
How do I lead it? Listen, I believe a lot of energy follows me.
Okay.
It's been that way since I've been a kid. I do think you understand what I'm talking about. Monaco certainly does, because he's been around me for a few wild incidents, including when a domestic was occurring, and I quickly acted to try to help someone who I believed was in trouble. That has happened to me many times in my life.
You saved the day, like Batman?
No, I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about it.
You're running around the city. You're running around the city fighting crime?
If I could.
With your aura?
With my aura.
Hitting them with aura bombs?
Yeah, so
hitting
what
them?
happens is I meditate every
hitting them
day.
with
I even
aura.
meditate for you.
You meditate for me?
I meditated all day for you.
Because I don't meditate, so I need people to meditate.
I
for
know
me.
you do.
You know what I mean?
I know you do.
I need
so
people
that's
to
how I meditate every day to hope that so I can bring a positive change to everyone around me, and hoping that positive change will lead to another positive change, and that what Jerry Garcia once sang about in the wonderful song "Ripple," the ripple effect, and I dearly believe in the ripple effect.
Yep.
Next,
all right. Next. I'm not sure if that answered any question, but whatever. All right. So, what was the craziest thing that you ever witnessed, or one of the craziest things that you ever witnessed at a family event?
wow. Okay, I have something.
Yeah.
I have something.
What you got?
You know, it's so funny because I was just talking about this.
What you got?
It kind of pertains to the band that I am the lead singer for, Awful,
Yeah.
which has been together for, I don't know, since 2001. So we're looking at 21 years. We're on a hiatus now. But, you know, Awful has performed in many arenas.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
Our motto has always been we perform for 1 or 1 million. And we did a lot
Usually it's one.
we did a lot of christenings. Did a lot of christenings.
All right.
Okay.
Did a lot of christenings.
Did a lot of christenings.
That's like ruining a lot of christenings, you mean?
No, listen, we were requested.
Yeah.
We never performed
All right.
for money because how dare we take
Well,
money for our performance, right?
Yeah, you heard our intro, right?
Yep.
Folks.
Our goal, we believe the good performance is a performance where people left, right?
Right. Hell yeah.
So this occurred when my nephew, Anthony, who's now at Rider College, was born. And this is also at a time where my father was still alive, which was wonderful. So we were performing his christening at Big Stosh's restaurant in Linden, which no longer exists. It was a family restaurant, Polish food, best pierogies around. Those around the Linden area, oh boy, don't you miss Big Stosh's. Oh, all right, well, that was my cousin's restaurant.
Okay.
So we were at Big Stosh's for my nephew Anthony's christening. And
you get pelted with pierogies. That'd be hilarious.
This was worse.
It just threw you out.
This is worse. So now you got to understand, my brother-in-law Lou comes from a very, very old-style Italian family, and he's the youngest. Okay,
Right.
of a few brothers and sisters, and as the youngest, I think at the time he was still, I don't know, maybe in his 40s, 50s, I don't know. My point is, his side of the family was a little conservative Italian, if you get what I'm saying.
Right.
Okay, not knocking anybody, but Awful that day. This was an incredible performance because in the green room, prior to it, I almost choked to death on my wig hair.
You almost choked to death on your wig hair.
As I always prepared for a show,
Right.
I got into character.
Yeah.
Right? Put the wig on, the hair,
Yeah.
the mustache, the glasses. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like Kiss, right?
Right.
When you go out there, you give it your all.
Right.
Well, accidentally, some of the wig hair got caught, and I sucked
We really
it
got to
in,
get it. I got.
and I started choking. And my father, was so worried about me, he ran upstairs prior to the performance, said, "Awful will be delayed because my son is choking on wig hair." This happened. So, Awful,
right.
I
So you
get through
choked
the
on wig hair.
yeah, but I got through the wig hair.
Yeah.
We get on stage, and I think we're performing one of those performances that like the big bands perform at the big stadiums, at the big moments, the big arenas. That was the moment for Awful. Midway through, half of my brother-in-law's family, they just completely got up and left.
Wow.
Got up, left, didn't say a word, did not say goodbye.
Wow. Have you never talked to them since?
Honestly, I don't know if it's ever been the same. When you walk out in an Awful performance.
So,
all right, there it goes.
All right, so I got that one right, but I heard another story. From because I did a little digging, Gene. You know what I mean? I didn't just come off half cocked on these questions here. I did a little digging into
Just to let
past.
you know, John, I want to stop you that my gummy just hit.
Oh boy, here we go, folks. All right, so. But there was another incident, and it had to do with maybe a robbery or a robbery, maybe, or a felony, some kind of felony, some kind of.
When I was arrested.
not when you were arrested. You witnessed you guys witnessed let's see.
Who is asking this question?
You witnessed your one of your neighbor's house getting robbed.
Oh, jeez. We're going to talk about this.
We're talking about this, man. Let's go. This is your, did this happen?
All right.
Is this true?
Yes, this happened. I was living in Elizabeth, New Jersey at the time.
All right.
A lot of fun
And you
things.
just sat there and watched your neighbor's house get robbed?
We watched the whole family.
You watched. It didn't do nothing. You see that, folks? That's the difference between Double G and John Manning.
He had a knapsack. Look, a knapsack.
Yeah, he had a knapsack. You calling it a knapsack? Are you gonna be? That's the least intimidating. Wait, he had a knapsack. He had a whoopee. He had a binky. Dude, he had a binky. The guy had a binky.
It gets better.
All right.
It gets better.
All right.
You know, the ladies of the Golda family were doing the dishes,
Right.
and us kids were outside playing. Somebody goes, "Hey, somebody's walking out of Mrs. Mandela's house with a knapsack," because you could see Mrs. Mandela's side
With
door.
a knapsack.
And then, like, everybody goes, "Ah!" It's just probably her nephew. Mrs. Mandela wasn't even home. They were on vacation.
And there they are with their knapsacks.
This is but what I'm going to make.
How old are you, Gene, when this happened? Were you younger? Like
10,
younger? All right. So you got an
9,
excuse. I'll give you that. I won't hold that against you when you're 10, 9, 8.
We're Polish.
But I mean, nobody,
Polish.
not a one, not a single one helped.
Nobody.
Really?
Stole.
So you just watch it go down.
You ever hear about the time my house was
Give the
ransacked
guy a
while I
high
was in it?
five.
Why don't you ask
It
me
was
about that?
ransacked while
I was in it, and my mom and my sisters.
like when you were a kid.
Yes.
This happened when you were a kid again.
Yes.
Okay.
We were upstairs, and we lived above my grandparents in an apartment.
Live in a shady neighborhood, huh, dude?
So
The hell?
our car got stolen from my house too.
Damn, man.
So,
right.
we were upstairs. My father was at work because he worked the 3 to 11 shift at the Elizabeth Post Office.
Right.
I worked at the Elizabeth Post Office for 2 years. Everybody,
Let's go.
legendary.
See?
He was at work. You know, he worked 2 jobs. He worked at a funeral home where we used to pick up corpses and bring them to morgues together.
That sounds like fun.
So we were upstairs one evening, and my mother heard a lot of noise going on downstairs.
Okay.
Now, my grandparents were not home. Again, I think they were on vacation or something. I don't know.
So let me ask you this: they didn't realize. Do you think these guys just didn't realize that there was anybody actually in the house? They thought there was nobody in the house.
I think they cased the house out. They knew. I do believe they knew they had people living above, and I think they knew my grandparents were out. But the scary part, when you think back, I also think, knowing that we were upstairs and potentially coming down, they would have harmed one of us. And I'll tell you why. Because my mother heard the noise but didn't react. She just sort of shut the door. The next morning is when we found the house. Like, it looked like a hurricane or a tornado went through it. It was that much stuff overturned and ripped apart.
Wow.
The fact that there were 3 children upstairs while that happened, believe they did not care much about the safety of themselves or probably anybody else. So yes, that happened too. Next question.
Wow. All right. Well, that's interesting, Gene. Interesting neighborhood that you grew up in, really. I mean,
Tell me about it.
all right.
Like, I haven't listened.
Let me ask you this, Gina. All right. Let me ask you this. This is a hard hitting one. All right. What was your favorite toy to play with when you were a kid?
Would it would be, you know what? It's sort of a twofold thing I'll answer here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The greatest gift I got, and you know what? Yeah, the greatest toy I ever played with was the Death Star station from Star Wars.
The Death Star from Star Wars. All right.
Yeah, that overtook the Millennium Falcon.
Okay.
That I got also as a young kid.
Okay.
The Death Star station, we had to put it together. It was about this. It had the trash compactor in it.
Wow.
You could get the
You didn't get robbed?
Man. Honestly, if someone came for that thing. We also had a lot of cats.
Somebody put the Death Star in their knapsack. Ran out the house. How did they get it in the knapsack? Gene. All right. So
they would die if they took the Death Star.
Die! Ready? How old were you the last time you played with it?
The Death Star?
Yeah.
You like that, don't you? I'm sharp, John. I'm sharp.
All right.
That's a great question. Oh my God. Wow, that brings back great memories.
Mhm.
Trash compactor, being alone, creating worlds in my head before. So you're kind of getting an idea.
You still do all that. I can guarantee you still do all of that.
I do.
Yeah.
I miss the old days of being able to do it.
That's that ADD you know you had. But everybody else.
Probably when I was about 9 or 10, give or take. Give or take.
9 or 10.
Yeah.
All right. And what? And next question is, what's your favorite toy to play with as an adult?
Got this great hand massager. Not hand. It's like a massager that you put in your hand and it vibrates and you use it.
All right. That's it.
I answered
it?
candid. I don't have to elaborate every time, Joe.
All right. Well, you do. You've been elaborating every time.
I'm not going to elaborate on that.
All right.
Yet. We need to be monetized.
Gene, have you ever been pulled over?
Yes.
And have you ever had to do anything
yes.
specific to get out of trouble?
Yes.
Or anything crazy to get out of trouble? You want to tell us about that?
Are we going to be? Yeah, you know what I'm going to tell you.
You want to tell us about that?
I am.
Let's hear about this.
I'm not proud of it, but I'm going to tell you.
Well, let's hear about it.
Okay.
Let's hear about it.
Again, this is back in the day. I'm not advocating anything.
Back in the day.
We all made mistakes, including me. I'm not perfect. No one is. We all are just 3D beings. And there's so many different parallel worlds that are going on at once. We're just living in this one that you're watching this podcast in. But above us, below us, and over, there's incredible...
Gino, just tell us about the time you got pulled over and what you did, please.
So it's Ocean City, Maryland. Me and my cousin Vinny. I'm in my early 20s.
I can't wait to...
I'm in my early 20s. Early 20s.
All right.
He and I at the time, we would like to have a little bit of fun. So it was a Sunday. I had work on Monday. I was working for Mike Quick at the time at Madison Square Garden. I was a high school reporter. I've been on television.
Right.
I have been 16 years. I actually have an Emmy as a.
You got an Emmy?
Yeah, when I was a sideline commentator for Boomer Esiason's football game. Okay.
All right.
And listen, I made world fame with that shot right there back in 1998.
Gene Golda, sideline reporter.
That's right. That's when Coach Eisenberg from Francis Lewis High School cursed at me on live television twice. The reaction, as you can tell, was appropriate. For some reason, my cameraman, Savvy, who should really have pushed in on a single shot of the subject matter, stayed on a 2-shot, right? And got that reaction. That is as natural as it gets. And please bring me back to what the hell I was talking about before you brought that up.
You're talking about when you got pulled over with Cousin Vinny.
I was in Ocean City. You and
Cousin Vinny were partying.
Oh my God, that's the ADD. Ocean City, City, Maryland. Partying. We golfed all day.
Right.
We golfed all day, if you know what I mean.
Golfed all day.
Golfed all day.
Golf.
Then we went to Secrets nightclub in Ocean City. And anybody who knows Ocean City. And the band that was there was like sort of a reggae ska band.
All right. You remember the name of the band?
No, but I know they played Brain Damage and Eclipse by Pink Floyd in their own style. I remember that very vividly.
Okay.
And I was dancing away with the Lovelies all night.
Wow.
Right?
All right.
Having a great time. But I knew I had to be back on Monday to be in tip-top shape for Mike Quick. And I wasn't in tip-top shape, if you know what I mean. About 1 o'clock in the morning hit, and I said to Vin, we got about a 4-hour drive home. I got to work in the morning. We might want to get going.
Right.
So we proceed back to my brother-in-law Lou's condo, where for some reason I decide to take the fishnet off his wall filled with shells.
Right.
And I
it's the ADD.
Brought it into the car with me, and we took off down the main road, heading north towards Jersey. Pulled over, swear to God.
Right. You got pulled over in Maryland or in Jersey?
Ocean City, Maryland. Toughest cops in the world.
Okay.
Right? I'm not saying anything.
All right.
All I'm saying, this guy comes up. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
He's got the light in my face.
Right.
I'm doomed.
You're dead to rights. Gotcha.
Dead to rights. And I mean, When I say dead to rights, I mean this is a slam dunk.
Yeah, you had a whole knapsack.
This is a
full of
slam
shells.
dunk that my good friend John Henson could even make.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did he see the shells? All the shells.
He saw everything.
He saw everything.
My window opened down. I saw his head shake. He goes, "Get out of the car." This is what he says: "Get out of the car. Get out of the car."
Right.
Ready for this?
Yeah.
Before he approached the window, I knew I was dead to rights. At that point, I was wearing fake teeth. I used to wear fake teeth to fake people out.
Okay.
It made me look sort of like a bumpkin, so to speak.
Oh, so it was like them redneck teeth?
Yeah, redneck teeth.
The
They're called
redneck
Billy
teeth.
Bob teeth.
Yeah.
So I used to wear these Billy Bob teeth to try to pick up women.
All right. That's one way to do
So
it.
Cousin Vinny, knowing I had no other way out of this situation, handed me these Billy Bob teeth.
Okay.
I put them in before the officer got to the window. When he pulled me out of the car, the light that he was shining in my eyes went right down to my teeth.
Right.
Because my eyes were bloodshot.
Okay.
He told me to move my eyes here and here once.
Okay.
He couldn't stop looking at my teeth.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
He goes, "Okay, listen, I need a registration." I didn't know where my registration was. I go, "Hey, Vin, could you get me my registration?" He goes, "Gene, I can't find it, but I found this." He hands me a picture of me with a fake Elvis in Las Vegas.
As your registration.
As my registration.
That's your registration.
I hand it to the police officer from Ocean City, Maryland. I said, "This is all I have. Will this do?"
Oh my God.
He said, "Not only will this do, let me tell you about the other checkpoints along the way." Needless to say, I was there for Mike Quick the next day.
So you entertained them. That was good.
Again,
You
not
nailed
proud of what I did, but
you
I
nailed
thought
it.
the entertainment, the way to get out of it was beyond Einstein genius, to be quite honest.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Beyond.
quick thinking on Cousin Vinny to hand you that picture.
That's Cousin Vinny,
You know
my
what I mean?
right-hand man, and the writer of the song. And I want him to get this copyrighted. We need this show monetized so Vin Golda could get the money he deserves for that song.
It's
About him. It's about John Manning. We can't get these hands building elevators anymore. Look at these things.
These mitts.
Mitts. Go ahead. Next question.
All right, Gino.
This is going well. This is going well.
Are you ready for this?
Let's go.
I mean, seriously, because this is.
I hope I'm entertaining.
Some serious questions here. All right. So I have a question from Vegas Wayno. Actually, Vegas Wayno.
I love Vegas Wayno, by the way.
He's on.
Can we show him one more time?
He's on a milk carton somewhere in Vegas.
Vegas Wayno. Wait. I just want to tell a story. Vegas Wayno is the reason why I'm in television.
Right.
A very, very quick story. Vegas Wayno, a legendary Elizabeth, New Jersey broadcaster at WJDM Radio, TKR TV. He was my mentor when I was about 18 or 19 years old. My father met him at the Pastime Tavern in Bay Way, New Jersey, in Elizabeth, put my phone number on a coaster, gave it to Wayne and said, "Wayne, my son wants to get into television. Can you help him?" Wayne passed along that number to the sports director at TKR Cable in Elizabeth, and the rest, they say, is history, because that's how I got to MSG Network. Vegas Wayno.
Vegas Wayno, everybody. Round of applause for Vegas Wayno.
Thank you, Vegas Wayno. How about us? I went to see Vegas Wayno. Come on.
In Vegas?
Back in March. There we are. It's me, Vegas Wayno, and Johnny Tropiano, one of the legendary Bayway figures.
Johnny Tropiano.
He's got his brothers Vito, Joey,
Tropiano.
all in
Forget about it.
They're in my fantasy football league. We went out to the Circuit. That's the Circuit Casino.
Wow.
That's where Double G goes, only to the big places.
Only to the big places.
Thank you, Vegas Wayno.
All right, Vegas Wayno. All right, this one's from Vegas Wayno.
Go.
Okay. He wants to know.
Oh, Jesus.
He wants to know.
I know this is going.
He wants to know.
Go ahead.
If sleeping with the St. Patrick's coaching staff helped enhance your broadcasting career. The whole coaching staff, Gene?
Okay,
the entire coaching staff?
I should have sent you a picture of Kevin Boyle. So I'm talking about the Kevin Boyle, folks, and you're going to put it in post. He is the former head
put
coach
it in. We'll show
St. Patrick's
I'll find the most
basketball in
unflattering
Elizabeth, now a legendary national figure in I think both in high school, college, and professional, because he is I think he's at Monteverde Academy.
Gino,
in
this
Florida.
is not the question.
No, but I want to tell you who I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
but- yeah.
Kevin Boyle.
Nah,
This is what happened.
he didn't. He was broad. He said you slept with the entire St. Patrick's coaching staff. The entire staff.
Okay. Again, I want to clarify.
Okay.
I'm going to be candid here. I know what he's trying to get. He's been a wise guy. Vegas, get him up again. Let's show Vegas.
Here's Wayno.
Wayno, you got some nerve, pal.
Wayno.
Sending me a question
love it,
like
Wayno.
that.
I love
Only
it.
man knows me. I'll tell you, John, this
love
guy
it.
knows me, man.
Oh, he knows
So,
you.
yeah, back in, I'm going to say 97, maybe. No, 90. Ooh, gosh, maybe 93 we're talking about. 1993. I'm working at TKR Cable in Elizabeth. I'm a reporter, a young buck reporter. I got the camera. I got a 3/4 inch deck. I traveled to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina with the St. Patrick's High School basketball team. Hey, who's a sophomore on the team at the time?
Who?
Shaheen Holloway.
Don't know who that is. Don't know who that is.
Okay, Shaheen Holloway is a sophomore on the team. And I traveled down to Myrtle Beach with Kevin Boyle. He was the head coach. Chris Chavanis, the assistant coach.
Don't know.
And what happened was the team put up my hotel, and I understand why. I can understand now why this happened.
Mm-hmm.
And the airfare.
Yeah.
I had my own spending money, but I expensed it, and I got paid for my time that I worked by TKR Cable.
Okay.
And then I also shot the highlights of all these basketball games, focusing on St. Patrick's and Elizabeth. Okay. So
let's bring it home.
All right, here we go.
Bring it home.
Here we go. So I get to the hotel.
Yeah.
And I get to the room, and it's me, Kevin Boyle, and Chris Chavanis.
Yeah.
I get to the room.
Yeah.
And St. Pat's is putting me up. I walk in the room, there's 2 double beds.
Let's go.
And I said, who is sleeping where, and why did this happen?
And what did they say?
Chavanis was the bigger of the two, the heftier of the two.
Were you the big spoon or the little spoon?
Boyle was not. Okay?
All right.
What am I supposed to do? I put a pillow between us?
So you were the big spoon or the little spoon?
The problem with this guy,
He was a cuddler.
he slept in his underwear.
He was a cuddler.
Slept in his underwear.
And he was a cuddler.
Kevin Boyle. I slept with Kevin Boyle.
And when you woke up,
and
were
if
you in
he
your
denies
underwear?
he denies that. He's a liar.
When you woke up, were you in your underwear?
You know how many guys? No, I was not. I went to sleep with 3 layers of
Are you
clothes
sure?
on. Kevin Boyle?
Because I heard some stories from Vegas Wayno, and he didn't make it sound like that's what happened. I'm just saying.
All right, next question.
Next question.
Getting a little crazy there.
He said the entire coaching staff.
All right, well, Chris
There's
Chavanis
a lot of people in the entire coaching staff.
Well, Chris Chavanis was his assistant coach, a lovely man. He's still over there. Kevin Boyle's over making all kinds of national headlines now. He coached R.J. Barrett. He's coached about 2,000 professional athletes. Guy couldn't get me my own room in Myrtle Beach. Come on. Give me a break.
Right.
He owes me. You owe me, Boyle. You owe me.
Another
You
one.
owe me. Why don't you come on this podcast and talk about that?
Yeah.
We'll monetize it. And I need money.
Yeah.
I need money.
We need money. We're
We
broke.
can go
We're so
fund me.
broke.
I have so many great
We're so
stories
broke.
that I'm holding back
God,
on
we're so
right
broke.
now.
All right. So, also, Vegas Wayno would like to know why you abandoned a promising music career for broadcasting.
Abandoned? No, the broadcasting career started.
No, why you abandoned your promising music career and stayed with broadcasting? Why did you abandon it? Because he said he heard some of your music and it's so unbelievable. He can't believe that you didn't.
That's because we lost our guitar player. He went like Sid Barrett.
Oh yeah,
he went the way of Sid Barrett. If anybody knows who Sid Barrett
so what did he
is,
do? Like
he's up in the woods somewhere right now.
Yeah.
We can't find him.
Okay.
Awful doesn't exist without Joe Bugs Buginnis. It's a 3.
So if you've seen him,
it's a tripod.
Is he out there? If you see him, if you know him, bring him back because we got to get an awful live show on one of the podcasts.
Yeah, no, listen. Unless Joe Bugs Buginnis decides he's going to evacuate himself,
Joe, come out of the woodwork. Come out of the woodwork.
That's why I had to abandon the music career, or else we'd be, listen. Our right now our stuff is selling on eBay for a nickel.
Yep. Joe, get out of the Unabomber shack and get here.
We got to raise. We need money.
We basically need money.
Okay. Next question.
That's it, Gene. That's all I got for you, buddy.
Wow.
That's it. That's all
I'll tell you, I
Honestly,
enjoyed it.
that's-
I really had a good time with that.
That
John.
is,
I hope we gave a sample of a little bit of what this is about.
Yeah.
It's sports and other things.
Sports and other things. I mean, there wasn't that much sports, but Gene did sleep with a couple of men from St. Patrick. So, I mean, I think that's...
That you found. That's revealing.
That counts as some kind of sports.
Kevin
I
Boyle.
think that does, right?
I think everyone knows who Kevin... I think if you put Kevin Boyle's picture up, every
Yeah.
NBA
I'll put it
coach
up
might
there.
know
I'll
who
put
it
it up
is.
there.
A lot of multi-millionaire
So now let me ask you
players.
this.
I slept with him.
Now let me ask you this. Because you slept with him. Because you slept
Why
with
would
him.
you do that?
Would you consider yourself a professional athlete now that you've slept with him?
But why would he do that? I'll never forget the moment.
You know,
I'm like, okay, I listen, right? You're
Right.
dudes, you're
Right.
stuck in situations, you get it.
maybe you heard about your soft
know,
hands, Gene.
And
You know
here's
what I
the
mean?
thing: you
You
would
had them
think the
super
guy's
smooth
become
hands.
such a success, he would reach back to his Elizabeth brother,
Right.
who he slept with.
Right.
Couple nights. We had 3 nights.
Oh, so you did this for 3 nights? Did he wear his underwear all 3 nights? He made it super weird. He did. He did. Oh my god, dude! I might have to get the doll down here to show me where the man touched you. Gino, show
Have
me
you ever
where
seen the
man
movie
touched
Ace Ventura?
you.
Shower scene?
So you did?
I've been doing it for since '93.
He's been eating a big red gum.
This guy goes and he makes, who knows what. He's training guys. I have to live with the fact that I slept with him in Myrtle
For
Beach.
3 days. You didn't just sleep with him for 1 day. You decided to go back in for 3 more
And
days.
let me be clear, we slept together. Me and Kevin Boyle slept together. Did an arm
Is
ever
that clear?
cross?
I don't know if that's clear.
Did an arm ever cross?
If you say me and Kevin Boyle slept together, I don't know how clear that is. Some people might take that the other way.
I am telling you that
Right.
we slept.
I understand what you're telling me, Gino. What I'm saying to you is, okay, after the first night, okay, and I have a question now, okay? After the first night of him in his creepy underwears trying to spoon you, why would you go back 2 more
Because
nights?
he didn't spoon me.
Get another. Yeah, but he's sleeping with you in his underwear. You don't know that he didn't spoon you. How do you know you're
I put
sleeping,
pillows
Gino?
in between us.
You're a pretty sound sleeper, dude. Who knows what he did to you? You have no idea. You could have been out of that 3 days pregnant. You
Do
don't
you
know.
think he slipped me a Mickey?
Maybe. Maybe.
Do you think he slipped me a
He
Mickey?
might have. This is weird. It's even weirder that you went back for 2 more days, I think. I think that says a lot about you as a person, really. You know?
Listen,
You know?
he might have to answer to this. Kevin Boyle, he's a national figure now. He's
Yeah.
got to answer this. I slept with
Kevin
him.
Boyle.
That's what you get
Kevin-
on this podcast. I slept with Kevin Boyle.
That's right. Kevin
I also
Boyle.
knew Al
I'm
Harrington.
calling you
by the
out.
way. Al Harrington was one of his great players who now is close to being a billionaire because he's in the medical marijuana
What's his name?
industry. Al Harrington.
Al Harrington.
What
What
a
did he
great
play?
kid. Played at St. Pat's, and he had a
he
very
also St. Pat's.
decent NBA career. Pacers, Knicks. Good kid. Really good kid. I mean, a good kid. I want him on the show.
Yeah, we're gonna get him on the show.
I want him to sponsor the show.
He's gonna sponsor the show.
Liz, I made a video. I think I still have his videotape when he was a sophomore. He was in Annie Got Your Gun when he was in high school.
Okay.
And I had his tape. I don't think I ever gave it back to him. Al Harrington, if you want that tape, I have to dig somewhere, but you have to come on the show or sponsor the show.
Only way you're getting it back. It's the only way.
So now you got 2 things from me. 1, I slept with Kevin Boyle. And 2,
You really gotta stop saying that. You gotta stop saying.
no, but I just slept with him.
Right. I get it.
I sleep with my wife every night.
I get it.
So
No,
what?
I get it. I get it. You slept with him.
I sleep with my wife every
No,
night.
I get it. You slept with him.
What are you trying to say?
I'm not.
I slept with Kevin Boyle. So what? I'm not lying. That you'll never get me to lie. I slept with Kevin
You
Boyle.
slept with Kevin Boyle.
We'll have him on the show. If he says I didn't sleep with him, he's lying.
He's like, oh, so you think he's
Christian,
gonna
I
deny?
don't
You
get
think he's gonna
Christian.
deny the allegations?
Everybody knows Christian.
I'll tell you what. If he ever decides to run for office, you come out of the woodwork last minute and you say he slept with you.
He didn't. We slept together. Didn't do anything. Why? Stop this. End the show. End the show. Kevin, I'm sorry, man. He's a child.
Kevin,
Wayne, Vegas
We're
Wayne
gonna end
Avery
the-
made us.
we're
do
gonna
this,
end the
Kevin.
show
You know
at
it.
that.
He know. Hey, Wayno knows Vegas Wayno very well.
let's get
I mean,
let's
Boyle,
get one of them on
Vegas,
Vegas Wayne. Oh, there he
that's
is.
for Kevin Boyle.
Vegas Wayne. That's for you,
That's
Kevin.
for Boyle.
You know,
He knows him.
Kevin Boyle.
Evan Boyle.
You know, next
I slept with
time, keep your sweatpants on. So-
I did. He did it. Why didn't he? What the hell was that, Boyle?
Listen,
I never talked about that since.
listen.
I've been traumatized since '93.
We're gonna end it right here. Like, subscribe. If you don't know what you watched, there's plenty more coming. That's it. We're gonna
Wife Kelly, lovely woman. Kelly.